Welcome to another episode of Behind the Music. Today we're going to talk about a song that's been requested quite a few times now. We're going to knock this one out, get it out of the way. That's the song Look Around. Now, I was in a gym in Quakers Hill and I heard this song on the fucking system. And it was a song that I'm not sure if it was the actual original. I don't think it was the original. It might have been a remix, but it's a song that a rapper called Rappin' Forte, by coincidence, Rappin' Forte Players Club. It's a sample he used. That's where I first heard the sample. So when I heard this sample, it caught my ear. It's really from Judy Clay and William Bell's 1968 song called A Private Number. And it's just a little snippet they used at the start that it's been remixed over the years. So I heard it and I was like, I don't know. I was just like, I could fuck with this. I could fuck with this. So I told Defiant. Defiant remixed it. Defiant's a fucking king when it comes to fucking. You give him an idea, or man, he's a very underrated producer. I've probably done 75% of my songs in my catalog. So that shows you what he's capable of. Um, he remixed it. It gave me the beat. I didn't really know what I was gonna do to it at the time. Then one night I just went, I don't know, it just came to, I was like, I just felt like writing. So I had this beat, I put on this beat, boom. And I just thought, at the time, I thought, I'm going to call this Look Around. Because I was just like, at the time, I was hanging around Mount Druitt a lot and I was seeing like the youth, like there's a lot of housing commission out there. So I was around a lot of housing commission and I was just seeing like young kids and the broken homes and this is a fucking subject that I've seen a lot throughout my life. I'm very familiar with um, just seeing these kids, and I was just looking at them. I was just like, not even looking at them. I was thinking about them, and I was just thinking like, a lot of people come from disadvantaged backgrounds, and um, it affects their life. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't give you a leg up in life. Like it affects your schooling. You're not going to a private school. You're not getting. You barely getting supervised. You barely. So like it leads to. So I wanted to just talk about the whole cycle of being a kid from a disadvantaged area and just the trouble, like the course it goes through, the cycle of it. So like most of the people that come from broken homes, not all of them, like if you don't work to get on top or you don't get some sort of leg up, it's like, or you these days now become a sports star or a rapper, like that wasn't always an option. The majority of people that had money from poor areas were fucking selling drugs or stealing or doing some sort of crime, you know what I mean? And what comes of that? Like going to jail, becoming a junkie, drug use, fucking drugs. You know what I mean? Like all the fucking repercussions of that life. And I was at a point where I was just like, so I wanted to just show that cycle really. So that's how Look Around came about. So it's like at the start, I'm like, take a look, it's like the whole world gone mad. Shit's sad, some kids just born at mad. Bad. Some kids just born bad. Mum strung out trying to find the next hit. Desperate, all the stress keep the ash lit. So it was just like little kid. His mum's fucking an unkie. He's fucking. It's he grows into that. He grows into that pain and all the shit associated with it. It's almost like you're disadvantaged. You don't have a chance unless you're lucky or you're just your mind just so how you look at things, you know what I mean? So the song Look Around. So I flip it, like it all comes full circle at the end. So it's really how you look at it, you know what I mean? Like but if at that young age, if you can't analyze the situation, this is what I find, right? People with fucked up parents, they either go one or two ways. They either end up exactly like their parents or the exact opposite. They get say this it's, it's either that's all they know and that's all they learn to become, or they learn to never want to be that. So they go the opposite way and they try harder and all that. But it's like it's a hard thing to go against, you know what I mean? So the first verse is basically talking about the kids, um just all the fucking social pressures and all that bullshit. And then so the second verse it starts off with trap and be the latest shit they're selling to the youth. Rather set their mind free and tell the truth. So around the time when Young Jeezy and Gucci Man came out, they started to like trapping became a thing. Before that, you didn't really hear the word trapping. They brought it into Like, they might not be the exact ones, but that time period, early 2000s to late 2000s, 2010, 2009, probably like 2006 is where it first, like, I probably first heard it, is when they were really saying trapping. But before that, to me, like, a trap was a drug house or a run house. That's basically what we'd call it. So when they said trap, and like, everything was trap, and I was just like, it made me think more like trap. Like, it is really a trap. You know what I mean? You get trapped into that lifestyle. You know what I mean? So you start making money and you don't know how to get out of it, and you keep doing it until you get caught, or until you start using, or you get killed, or you get hurt, or you lose friends, or you lose family, and it's never really anything to gain out of it. So that was a new term. So I was like, I addressed that in the second verse, and also got a line in there saying, learn more from the street than the public system. Get your money, turn a junkie, or end up in prisons. Which is basically how I describe it. You know what I mean? Like, I did learn more from the streets. I did spend considerable amount of time fucking trying to figure out which way my life would go at one point. And lucky I found rapping. You know what I mean? Because that's what it says. Like, public systems don't teach you shit. Mate, high school, mate, we were off jumping the fence out of there smoking. We're fucking. They didn't give a fuck, mate. They think you're a lost cause. They don't chase you up. It's not like a private school where they got their eye on you and they make sure you fucking get your good grades. So it just made me realize once I got out of school, and that's when you start to figure out life, for me anyway. You know what I mean? So and it's get your money, turn a junkie, or end up in prison. And sometimes it's all free. Sometimes you get money, you become a junkie, and then you end up in prison. But they're really the only results of the street life, you know. But get your money. But some people get their money, and I say maybe it's fucking 1 in 10 that are lucky to get their money and make something of it. It's usually a bad outcome, or you never had money before, and you know very few survive that life. You know what I mean? So the third verse I started off with, the realest shit I ever wrote. Keep your fam straight. Believe in God, but the Bible's fucking man, mate. So like, that probably is the realest shit I ever wrote. Keep your fam straight. Make sure your family's taken care of. Look after them by any means, whatever it is. Whether you're doing this or you're doing that, like, keep your fam straight, because there's a lot of pain that people go through, like going to jail or ending up junkie, or getting hurt. Not just yourself, but your family. So like, keep your fam straight. Don't do the stupid shit to hurt them, and at the same time, do shit to help them. Like, you look after your family, and then believe in God, but the Bible's man-made, which is my belief because it's handwritten, and I didn't say no. God had a fucking biro to write down that shit, or text or whatever. But like, I believe it's based off God, but it's man-written, so it's been manipulated, where the word man is in between that, and that's for different purposes. So that's my belief anyway. But the third verse, I bring it full circle to really show you how money can't buy you happiness, and life is how you look at it. I go, there's happy homeless and suicidal millionaires. Now think about that. There's happy homeless and suicidal millionaires. How many times you've seen someone in the street with nothing, and they're just sitting there and they're just content? Not all of them. Not all of them. Some of them are just content, right? And then, you might give them some money. They're like very thankful. Some of them are just angry. Some of them have mental illness, whatever. Some people choose to be homeless. I've done plenty of homeless drives, and I'm like, talk to these people. Some of them, man, just like, I choose this. Like, this is all. I'm happy like this. They're content. And then you see millionaires. You see them all the time. This guy's in debt, killed himself, or jumped off the building, or this, or something, Wall Street, or fucking something crashed, and now this cunt's fucking necked himself. Like, so it shows you that life's really how you look at it, hence, look around, you know what I mean? Like, it's really look around. And it's not just in the sense of look around. You can look around, you can see this shit everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. And we filmed this song in Melbourne. We're on tour in Melbourne. And I don't know, I didn't plan to film it there, but it was just like, if you look at the visuals, like, I reckon it suited perfect. You got a lot of homeless in the CBD of Melbourne, just laying sleeping bags and shit. A lot of graffiti throughout the whole city. It's really like it just really set the tone, and it was a good place to do it. But that's the key message behind look around. It's like life is how you look at it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes look what you got in front of you. You know what I mean? Don't waste it. And it's like make the most. You got to keep your eyes open. You got to see all opportunities, but at the same time, it's like look around. Look at the examples around you. You know what I mean? So that's look around. I hope you get a good message out of that.